Howdy, howlers! It's Sako Toomey, also known as Cass. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine these three things. Today, I have a special guest, Jinne Noble. Woo! If you would like to introduce yourself, my love.
I am Jinne Noble. I am a multi-genre writer. I am pagan. I'm a witch. And I am doing Sako's wedding on Sunday, which is going to be such a blast.
It's going to be super, super blast. Jinne will be our officiant. It will be lovely.
It's going to be fun.
Super fun. Hello, Bree and Eva and Orla and Brianna again. Bree. And I'm under caffeinated. Yep. That just yep. And Orla.
You speaking well for a writer today.
I speak English very okay.
Right.
Good morning. Jinne doing double duty. All right. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, that's so sweet. Enjoy your day too. Okay, so at my launch party, we're kicking it off with a wedding, a shticky wedding. So I was joking that Char Armstrong is my writer wife, and it came up, well, if you like her so much, why don't you marry her? And they were like, well, why don't you marry her? Why don't you have a wedding? And like, I'll be the officiant, and I'll be the flower girl, and and like there it became this like orchestrated thing. So I guess we're doing a wedding at my release party.
Hey, the ceremony is going to be cute, though.
It is. The ceremony is going to be damn cute. Like, I'm really excited, actually.
I worked a whole 10 minutes on that. I'm kidding. I spent more than that. I had it to where
I wouldn't have been offended if you only spent 10 minutes on that.
I had it to the point where Facebook and everything else thought I was getting married, so they kept sending me like advertising.
Like ads? Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Even my Pinterest thought I was getting married. I was like,
oh no. That's terrible. All right, who am I? Okay, I have a book. I do.
And you're going to read from that book.
I'm going to read from that book, and I'm going to drink this coffee. Yeah.
We're both trying to highly caffeinate ourselves this morning. I got up early for you.
I got up 10 minutes ago, so.
You know, you're making me hate you more and more, especially after those shoes. I should never show you those shoes.
should never have shown me the shoes. Yeah, I was like, I do need a new pair of sneakers.
They're so cute, though. Little witches flying.
They're super cute shoes. Yeah, gotta love the algorithms. Yeah, absolutely. Cold coffee with sparkles. With sparkles?
Ooh,
is it cold brew? Sparkles and
heaps of sugar.
Oh, cola. Oh, cola coffee? Carbonated caffeine? Is that what's happening?
Pretty much.
Sparkles. We call them bubbles.
Hey, we have to be schmancy this morning, you know.
We do. Do we? Is that a thing? All right.
I crawled out of my cave. It's a thing.
It is a thing. All right. I don't know where we left off wheel.
That was a long time ago, like 24 hours ago. So
the wheel is made of 4 solstices, and yeah, I think we're at the end of this. All right, the wheel of the year is made up of the 4 solstices and equinoxes and the 4 cross-quarter days of Celtic origin spaced between them. As I mentioned earlier, a day ago, apparently, celebration and marking of the solstices can be found around the world in modern and ancient times. The wheel of the year has the winter solstice, or Yule, Imbolc, or Candlemas, the spring equinox, or Ostara, Beltane, or Walpurgisnacht. I always trip over that one. The summer solstice, or Litha, Lugnasath, or Lamas, the fall equinox, or Mabon, which is a week from now, which is going to be awesome, and Samhain, or Halloween. The names for these days come from a variety of sources, cobbled from a mix of Celtic, Christian, Germanic, Norse, and other systems. In recent years, folks have started to go, hey, wait a minute, where did that name come from, and how does that correlate with my practice? The Sabbats tend to be associated with agricultural observances, so depending on where you live and how the seasons occur there, if they do it at all, the Sabbats may feel disconnected to you. The Celtic, German, and Christian names for these dates also may not make sense to you if you come from a different background. Additionally, since the seasons in the northern and southern hemispheres are flipped, the wheel of the year cannot be observed universally, like the standard calendar year. Last but not least, the focus on the spokes tend to get people in the frame of mind of observing a single day rather than looking at the larger picture of the season. Aside from the astronomically precise moments of these solstices and equinoxes, which can occur anywhere from the 19th to the 23rd day of their given months of June and December, March and September, respectively. The points on the solar wheel are more about marking the space in between the spokes. Realistically, the wheel of the year is not a terrible idea, but I think it works best as an inspirational guideline. Good morning, Raven. So good to see you. The other, let's see, I'm struggling to read this morning in case you can't tell. The thing with the stuff and the, yeah.
Fun fact, Ostara is my birthday.
Really? Oh, that's so lovely.
And Yule is my husband's birthday.
Yeah, my husband's birthday is the 21st, so of December. So like,
so is mine.
Yeah. So I decorate the house for his birthday, but also celebrate Yule.
Yeah, we kind of do the same thing, mix the birthday and the Yule together.
He's like, oh, you're decorating the house for me, because Buddhists don't care.
Right.
We celebrate birthdays, and that's pretty much it. All right. They're like days. We have like appreciation days, like sensei, appreciate the sensei day and stuff like that, but there aren't like outright holidays.
But you can make them outright holidays if you want to.
Absolutely. Which is why the witchy practice. Fellow Capricorns, birthday twins, woo! All right.
I love how I turned on YouTube last night and I saw Coffee with Cass and Jinne, and I'm like, yeah, that just makes it so I can't back my ass out of this now because I have to be there.
Yeah.
Because I was at that point of, well, maybe I shouldn't do it. Well, now maybe I should. Now I have to. So.
It's a Mabon baby. You harvest that baby. Yeah.
Oh.
It's awesome.
I'm stuck. I can't leave.
Ha 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 ha.
Right.
I have you trapped. Hey, Renata.
Does that mean I'm a witchy in a bottle?
Waka waka. Oh.
I know.
The fire is. I should have brought a hair stick. Is what I should have done. Oh well. Other complications related to following the wheel of the year arise if you just can't find yourself following an agricultural-based system or don't feel included with the recurring, often heterosexually focused fertility themes. Keep in mind that not everything has to focus on physical fertility of the plants, animals, and the continuation of humanity physically. If you have a hard time feeling personally connected to the Sabbats, try a different perspective. Instead of field crops or literal fertility, ponder the inner symbolism of the Sabbat for yourself. What do you wish to bring forth in yourself? What do you wish to grow in your home, your community, and your country? Whom do you support and who supports you? How would you change where you're at right now? What do you wish to?
Questions.
It's a lot of questions. Well, what do you wish to leave behind? What would give you new inspiration and invigorate your life? Yeah, I can read, I swear. Does the Sabbat call for cleansing, purification, fostering, harvesting, balance, etc.? Relate that back to your own life and needs, and you may find a new meaning. I'm not going to go into the research suggestion. It's basically like, hey, you know that calendar that you made? Basically, look how they impact your practice and stuff. Yeah, okay. Schedule of feast days, which is like birthdays, death days, anniversaries, that sort of thing. Not all special occasions have to do with marking the seasons or recognizing solar events. Birthdays, death days, and anniversaries all honor certain dates that have meaning in our lives. A feast day can be in celebration or memory of someone in your life or family, or it could commemorate someone you admire, respect, or are inspired by. If they are deceased, they are often referred to as the mighty dead. Perhaps a deity or spirit you work with has specific historic date on the calendar reserved for them. These various kinds of observances do tend to focus on a specific day, marking a significant date or moment in history, and involve some sort of action of acknowledgement. The ritual treatment can be as simple as setting up a special altar, if you don't already have a permanent one, and lighting a candle, or it could be as complex as a large gathering, complete with feast and elaborate rituals. Your feces days.
Yeah, I was a little concerned.
My head hurts. I heard it. Schedule a feces day. A feast day. Yeah. You are always a surprise. If you have to do that, you may have issues. Might want to see a doctor. Shit days, guys. Yeah.
Feces days happen after feast days.
Yeah. Just watch out what you eat on your feast days. How am I supposed to multitask listening to Sako and outlining a novel when chat is so sharp and funny? Hi, Mackenzie.
So.
Oh, Mackenzie. Yay. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, more coffee. More coffee. Oh my gosh. Oh. A literal shitty day. Yeah. Yeah, trying to be productive during this while the chat is so sharp. I don't know. I don't know. It's a challenge.
We could take it on the road, you know. Call it Two Witches and a Joke. I don't know. I don't know. It's still too early. Come on.
Yeah. Not firing off on all synapses. Also, thank you. I'm glad you like my shirt. Witchy cat shirt. Playing cozy rain behind the stream, so it sounds like it's a legit storm. It's not though. No rain on the forecast for a while. I like, well, as you can tell, I also like ambiance videos and stuff like that. I'm a fan. I am subscribed to so many like ambiance sort of YouTubes, like for real. New laptop and coffee and all the things. Yes, let us do it. All the things.
All the things.
Sometimes a certain day will have a multitude of overlapping occurrences, creating an interesting effect of layered meaning. For example, I share a birthday with Gerald Gardner, which has caused me to have an interesting relationship with his work and memory. It is also the feast day of Saint Anthony, the patron saint of lost things. I thought that was Christopher.
They have more than one saint, I think.
I heard that Saint Christopher lost his sainthood, that they de-sainted him.
Oh.
So the military is like, well, what do we even do now?
Well, because half of them wear the medal with their dog tags, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the military is like, they don't even know what to do now.
Wow.
Because Christopher is, so now I think Christopher is a saint, is like still considered a saint, like an egregore, a saint for military. Like whether the church recognizes it or not, screw them.
Hello, Natalie.
Oh, Natalie, thank you. I'm so glad you made it. Talking about holidays. Coming from a Sicilian, Italian Catholic background, I have a soft spot for him. And oddly, I have quite the knack for locating lost items for people. Other special days for me include my wedding anniversary and the birthdays of my maternal grandparents who have both passed on. A remarkable, significant, or unusual event in your life may spawn a new day of devotion. For example, let's say someone is battling an illness like cancer and petitions a spirit or deity for aid. On the day they get a clean bill of health, they may decide that year after year on that date, they will perform a ritual of Thanksgiving. Sounds good to me. Or maybe you're working with a certain deity and want to give them a feast, but can't find a historic date on record for them. You might use a system of divination to determine what date works best and build upon that. Or maybe remember the month or actual date. Or you may remember the month or actual date you first encountered them and make that the feast day for your practice.
That's why you brought me on, to be your cheerleader, to say, you can do this.
You can do this.
You can read it.
You can read it. Oh my gosh.
You got this.
I speak English very okay.
That's okay. I'm drooling my coffee now, so we're good. Good. It's all good. It's fine.
Like airplanes the airplane movie with the drinking problem. It was
It's fine. It's all fine.
the one that protects traveling and stuff. Yeah, traveling so that people don't get lost.
I need one. I get lost all the time.
Yeah, St. Christopher. Eastern Orthodox liturgy venerates Christopher of Laschia with a feast day on May 9th, and he has a bunch of patronages. Yeah, mostly related to travel. Oh, is it? I don't know. I'm not Catholic. It says Saint Anthony. Is Anthony Longinus? Longinus? I don't know. Oh, I'd never heard of it. Okay. Google jump a number of times. That's really interesting. That's really fascinating. Yeah. I like that. Excuse me. Wear a St. Christopher pendant I've inherited from my dad every time I step into a car or go on a holiday trip. Absolutely. Also, as a cute little note, the name of the stone is escaping me. I want to call it aquamarine, and that's not right. Turquoise. If you wear turquoise, that is also good for keeping safe during travel.
I never remember that stuff unless I'm actually wearing it and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it also does this thing. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Church be damned. Yeah.
Well, according to the church, we be damned, but somatic.
Tony, turn around and X is lost and can't be found. Oh. I lost everything after seconds of putting it down. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I think it's called writer's brain. We our brains are so focused on what we're doing that, or our writings, that everything else is just non-existent.
Maybe. I think it's also like if you I grew up in a hoarder's home. So, like, you become blind to a lot of things. The thing that you lost is right in front of you, like literally right in front of you, but you've gone blind to it.
I was that kid. My mom's like, it's right in front of you. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
That.
Yeah. I should be reading the things out loud. I don't know. Maybe they overlap. There isn't a lot of things you can do or be a saint in the olden times. You know, wear blue and black a lot. My dad inherited that pendant from his father, so I'm third generation owner, and I find that really cool. Actually, one of my most prized possessions. That's awesome.
Well, yeah, it's got all the energies from everyone who's owned it. That's kind of cool.
That's amazing. I have a couple of things like that where it's like it was old when my grandparents got it.
Mm-hmm.
It was rescued from it's a tanto that was found in the rubble of a hotel that had burned down in Japan. And my grandmother took it, and she handed it down to my father, and my father handed it down to me for my wedding.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of power in that, because like at least a century, at least.
Right.
And because both men believed in it strongly, its energy is most tangible. Yeah. A recovering Catholic. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. My mother was raised Catholic and married Catholic ages before my birth. My eldest siblings were Catholic, not practicing now. My mother wasn't Catholic by the time I came around. So, recovering Catholic. Yeah. So I have saint pendants. The rosary was stolen.
Aww.
Okay, so in Buddhism, we have something called juzu beads, which they serve the same purpose as a rosary does. Like, it's to remember the Gosho. Each bead is another chapter, or another line rather. Each smaller bead is another chapter. That sort of thing.
I bought mala beads.
Mala beads, same thing.
I use them for meditation, and these are my jade ones, so I wear them when I walk out the door because I have massive social anxiety, and they help.
Jade's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what I would do if someone stole my juzu beads. Like, I have tiger's eye juzu beads. Like,
oh, pretty.
I bought them for my wedding. They're super, super beautiful. And my father gave me a set that was custom made. So, and they're gorgeous, like obsidian gorgeous. And I don't know what, like, the repercussions of stealing someone's juzu beads would be. That would be nuts.
Right.
Like a blind spot. Yeah. I understand that very well. Yeah. Recovering alcoholic. What the fuck? Recovering Catholic. Further St. Anthony info. He also the patron saint of bumming a favor in people who can't read. Thanks for calling me out there. Yeah.
She searched for that like the whole time. Just waiting for the perfect moment. Oh, I feel you, Mackenzie. Oh my God. I do the same thing. I rarely go anywhere without being with somebody. It's almost like being agoraphobic.
I used to be agoraphobic as well.
I can't even check my mail half the time, and it's just down the hall.
When quarantine hit, it was particularly potent. I would step on the porch, but like I wouldn't go as far as the stairs. Like, I just the anxiety that I can't even describe it. I don't know if anxiety is the word. Like, I had, for a while there, I had a full-on phobia. I still can't handle crowds.
I have to go to Walmart today, and I'm already anxious. And when I'm anxious, I do stuff like this, like walking through the store. Mm-hmm. And I already know that, and I constantly touch my husband or a cart or somebody that's with me, because I have to make sure that for some reason in that part of my brain that there's somebody there with me, because it's just too many people, and I hate Walmart with a passion anyway. So it's interesting, and I'm trying really hard to not do that, but it's not easy when people are stupid and crazy.
Agreed. So I just assume everyone's crazy, and then when they're not, like, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Right.
Like, my
surprise.
Yeah, my expectations are so low. That's how I drive. That's how I handle people in general. Like, I just assume everyone's, wacky. And when they're not, like, I'm like, yay, let's be friends.
Right.
Pure panic sets in, yeah. I wasn't calling you out, Sako. These are literally things he's saints of. I'm sure I am struggling today. It's true. Don't own many items that were owned by generations above me. A couple of years ago, my mother gave me her jewelry box. She doesn't and hasn't ever worn a lot of jewelry, but I always loved going through it as a child. And she asked me once if there was anything I'd want after she died, and it was the first thing out of my mouth. She was surprised. There was nothing of value in it, but she gave it to me then, which was after my own prayer for heirlooms by my son. Oh, ha, 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 ha. I can't imagine what these kinds of anxieties, by lack of a better word, must be like. I hope I will do the right thing when I encounter someone dealing with it. Give space. I let them know that you're there, but give space.
Well, and sometimes you can't even tell, because without the anxiety, I'm a very sociable person. I am very outgoing. But when I'm having a panic attack, you can't really tell other than if you look at my hands, because I constantly move them, or I talk really, really fast, or I'm looking for an exit.
Always looking for an exit. I go into battle mode.
That's a given. I walk into a store and it's where's the exits and how am I going to get through and get it done? I'm that power shopper. Get in, get out.
I am too.
I can't handle being around tons of people like that.
I can't go to the grocery store. My husband does it for me.
See, I can do the grocery store, but we walk which is like a mile away. So we walk down there at like 6 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Because there's nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
So like today, Walmart's going to be busy. We're going to go in there, get our stuff, and get out.
Oh, Mackenzie, I'm so sorry. Gav had to come and get me because I froze up and freaked out.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. You all right?
Oh, yeah. Somebody just walked in.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's a nervous tick. Every once in a while, I get a wave behind me.
Easter gathering with my husband's family. His grandmother is still living. Woo! She randomly pulled me into a guest room and gave me the wedding set of his parents. Oh, wow. At some point, his parents had needed to pawn it. She got it back, but never said anything, and then they divorced. So now we have grandparents' jewelry on both sides. Wow. Wow, what a story. Jeez Louise. Oh. All right, who am I?
Who are you? I can't tell you anymore.
Another way. Yeah, I know. Right? If I ever say anything ignorant or insensitive, please tell me. I don't mean to be and want to learn. Oh, that's very sweet. It's a big wow. My Mr. is equally as estranged from his family. Oh, so even more so. Together 17 years before I met his mother, who always lived fairly close. Wow. Yeah, jewelry is so personal. So the idea that there was estrangement going on, like, makes it even more special. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Damn, Jenny.
Well, yeah, my mom called me up the other day and she's like, "Do you want your grandma's Bible? I know you're not Christian." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I want my grandma's Bible." Hello.
A
So I'm
lot of
getting a
times,
jewelry box of hers and
a lot of times,
jewelry.
Bibles have the genealogy of the family in the cover.
I don't think this one does. I think my mother has that Bible. It's a really big one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the one that
Oh,
I'm getting is just grandma's personal Bible that she stuck little notes in and wrote in and stuff like that, which is
that's
fine because
awesome.
her and I were super close. So,
Oh, yay.
and she's like, well, I've got a whole bunch of jewelry. And I'm like, yes. Plus I get her silver, which was my great grandmother's silver that was brought over from Sweden. So I'm like, yes.
Hi, Jace.
Hey,
I can't seem
James,
to
my
even.
platonic lover.
Yeah, we're just talking about heirlooms. This thing
Oh, that's pretty.
was given to my grandparents, and then my grandparents gave it to us. It's basically a sign of the each panel is a different season, which is awesome.
So is that cloth?
No, it's like board. It's
Oh,
wood. It's
so
wood.
it's
It's
painted
done on. It's painted on. Yeah.
on. Well, from here it looked like it was like a really nice cloth, like hand painted cloth.
I have an embroidered. I don't know if I can show you this either.
It's sharing moment.
It's sharing moment. So I have this embroidered.
Oh, that's cute.
So it's like a phoenix pheasant sort of situation, embroidered on paper.
That's neat.
Yeah. But I wear it as a necklace because it feels just right. It has almost every symbol I know worked onto it if I have a child. Oh.
That's cool.
That is really cool. I have a couple of items like that too. But there is a huge chance I will never have children, so I may have to get creative later in life. I'm getting to the point where I'm like adopting people. You know?
I'm that mom. You know, the kids used to bring people, you know, to visit, and it's like now all of a sudden I'm mom, and then now their kids call me Nana. So kind of adopted everyone.
My sister's best friend, she was kind of adopted into the family because she was over here so often. And she calls my mother second mommy. Please leave a will. Yeah. Please leave a will. Even if you quote unquote don't have anything.
And a living will. That's very important too.
Mm-hmm. Energetic mom.
I was cool, mom. I disappeared. She disappeared. I didn't disappear. I'm still here.
Sorry about that. My touched my touchpad, and apparently I had too many fingers involved, and it went back, and I was like, no.
That sounds like such a personal problem, and I'm not touching that one.
Oh, hi, Charles Smith. I haven't seen you for a hot minute. There's a tab for Sumi ink. Oh, cool. Great way to level up and branch watercolor and calligraphy skills. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
The Jinne show. Make a wish. But what if I'm the evil Jinne?
contemplating.
Yeah, I got you. I did not breed, and I don't intend on breeding. My sister has a 6-year-old, and I'm leaving a lot of stuff to Kalia.
She's the one you had on your show before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or on your live. She is so cute.
Yeah, she's adorable. Super interested in being a witch.
Oh, that's cool.
What did I do with it? Oh, it's like dead behind me. So I got her. I'm afraid to take this out of its package. Maybe I should. Maybe I should take it out of its package and give it to her. Just like, here's a book.
It sounds like me. I don't rap here.
Her birthday is All Saints Day.
Oh, fun.
And she said she wanted a book like mine, which she was talking about my grimoire, but she wanted it pink and she wanted to have like a glittery stone on it. So I bought one.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. So, and it came with like this necklace thing. Like super.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a very bright pink. The camera's not picking it up for some reason. So I think she's gonna freaking love it. She's like, I don't want ones with like spells already in it. I want to be able to put in my own spells. And I was like, perfect. That is exactly what we're gonna do, baby. So it's like a journal. And I was like, that's exactly what it is. It's a witch's journal. That's exactly. Bubble grimoire. Yeah, the cheeriest of witches. Yes, absolutely. She is amazing. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of kids. 3 days old. Oh my gosh.
It was supposed to be 5 grandkids, but not 5 kids. See, you speak well. Speak. Now it's connecting. Never mind. It's starting to rub off on me, and I need more coffee.
My granddaughter turns 1 this month. Oh, cool. That's an exciting time when the family is expanded and the younglings are still super young, because if you can be involved in their upbringing, like you can try and instill values that they will carry on to their children.
Right.
And we're in this transient time where we're teaching our men to respect women and to respect people of color and stuff like that, right? So, and people of different genders, right? So if we can instill those kinds of values at this level, then like there's only up to go, you know. We can only go up.
Language executive is malfunctioning. You got that right.
Currently, Mars is in retrograde. I don't know what Mercury is doing right now.
Is that what affects our speech function?
Language.exe is malfunctioning. Yeah. Granddaughter was initially named for the grandmother of her father, which is unfortunately not a great dude and isn't around. Oh. Right, but if the grandmother was cool, like.
Oh, I feel bad for Jace. You're not old. I'm not old. I feel old a lot of the time.
Oh, I don't want age group peers to be my grandparents, to be grandparents. It makes me feel old. I don't like it. You know.
Yeah, he's like 4 years younger than me.
Just so happens the same name is also my great grandmother's name, so my granddaughter has a maternal line name. We also do family names, like I was named for my grandmother.
Mine is my grandma. My great grandmother was Vinya, which is the German version of Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was my grandmother Virginia, and then my aunt's name is Virginia, and so is mine. So we kind of
a long line of Virginias.
Right. I took the spelling from my grandmother because she spelled it Jinnie. Well, I didn't find that out until later. So I've been so used to spelling it without the I that, and now I have to explain to everybody when they, I do live streams or anything that how to pronounce my name.
Yeah.
So.
The maternal line in general, yeah. I'll be 40 in November. I'm a young grandma for now. Yeah. Nice.
Young grandmas unite.
my paternal line has some really interesting names going on. Like, I think there's a Vera on my mother's side and an Osha on my father's side, and I'm like, these are names I've never heard anywhere else.
Right. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I remember when I was a kid, my parents had a life-size naked horror-inspired portrait of my mom in my room. What?
I know. I was like reading that going,
I wonder who's going to be bequeathed that in my folks' wills. My family is weird. Yes!
That explains a whole lot about Raven. Now we know. We will no longer be surprised.
That is super weird. That is super weird. Horror inspired indeed. Holy crap.
Naked.
Athena, I know a couple of Athenas, oddly enough. And they all live up to their name. Gerard. Yeah, I think that's what
and
that says.
The youngest grandbaby is named Sora. And he's my pagan baby.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Oh. As far as physical items go, I don't want them. I'm a bit of a Spartan. All the trinkets and knickknacks can go to other people. Yeah. The eggs that could produce children that are already present. That paternal line, though, I was young. My parents were very sexually uninhibited. My dad used to do a lot of paintings and drawings of horror-related stuff and often used my mother as a modeling subject. Yeah, I have enough like mental images and physical images that are images? Come on, Sako. Yes, that. I did help a kid who was babysitting. Is that the English term? Yes. He had trouble sleeping, so we made a wand of dried lavender and white ribbon. Oh. The fact that they left that shit not only where I could find it, but actually kind of displayed in my room is a bit of a what the fuck side. Yeah. 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 Holy crap. I wonder if this is detecting my mic. It is. Okay, great. And I named my daughter Ginger. Oh, wait. Whenever we woke up from a bad dream or felt restless, before sleeping, he'd say a little spell we came up with, and he'd sleep great. I made a spray, like an anti-monster spray. So whenever they felt like a monster was in their room, they could just like spray some Florida water and.
Well, that's cute.
Yeah. Anti-monster spray. When I named my daughter Ginger, I was told I was destined to be a stripper. No, joke's on them. The kid is war incarnate. Yep, and would sooner burn down the world. Yes. Some of us just like to watch the world burn. Yep. I kept a portrait of an elder generation in my home, especially if painted by another elder. Just maybe second grades or better. Yeah. My mom asked what it was after months and tossed the wand out. No! Oh, damn it.
Wow.
All right. See you later, Mackenzie. Also starting a new book. Kick ass.
Right?
Jeez. Oh my gosh. No longer babysitting that kid either. I was quietly replaced. How's The boy saw spirits and I tried to help him and apparently filled his head with dangerous nonsense. Oh. Bye. See you later. Fire is pretty. That's an orphanage. I made sure all the kids were out of it. Now shut up and enjoy the flames or I'll treat you like a marshmallow.
The marshmallow.
I'd have done the same, to be honest. Any spiritualism or practices with my child without my knowledge, I would be upset with. I'm in the loop on all things. The morning after the first wand used, I'd have wanted to know, or I'd no longer trust the maker.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's spooky stuff. Also, I'm thinking about more coffee. Coffee is no longer. I would like to know. I don't want to just walk into the room and find a wand and be like, what is this for? Yes, okay. I'm going to do that. We'll be right. Oh, I got to leave in like 7 minutes. I'm not going to go and get more coffee. I did not hide it from the mom, Eva. That was what made it so weird. She did a 180 on me after months, which means someone must have filled her head with, oh, that's nonsense. Yeah, that's really disappointing. If nothing else, like one thing that I'm trying to do with Kalia is to not squash her imagination, to not squash her desire to write, to draw, to, act. What we used to call playing pretend. She's acting. She's putting on a show. And one often leads to the other. So she'll start writing, and then that will evolve. She'll start to illustrate her drawing, her writing. And then she's like, okay, now we're going to continue it in a live action sort of fashion. And I'll be damned if I'm going to squash that.
Right.
And she's like, and she doesn't, I don't necessarily have to join. She just wants me to watch. Right. Sometimes I'll join. And like, she's totally in for that. But she often asks me like, do you want to watch a battle? and I'm like, let me smoke a cigarette and then I'll watch a battle. That sounds great.
Smoke a cigarette first.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. Holy crap.
Let me prepare for the death and carnage.
Let me prepare for the death and carnage. It may have nothing to do with you specifically. Yeah. I know. Whenever my cousin asks me questions about life, I do my best to answer honestly. Apparently that's bad because I taught her to respect gay people. That sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't take it personally. I just hope the kid found ways to deal with his challenges in a healthy way. I'm not confident. Family. Yeah. I always told the kid to be fully honest with his mom. He asked if the wand was a secret and stuff, and I said no. The mister's family seemed surprised when I called them racist and removed them from my consumption, but it's like they forgot all the time. I called them out in person. And that happened when Trump was running for office. My best friend is Catalonian. She's half Catalonian, half El Salvadorian. And she's brown. She's not a white girl. And she married like an Irish Catholic. And the family is kind of redneck. And they were talking about how the wall needs to be built and like the anti-brown people, and Willie was like, you realize I married a Spanish lady, like, oh, she's different, she's one of the good ones.
One of the good ones.
And so they cut contact. Like, if you can't recognize my family as a human being, then I'll have nothing to do with you. Like, that's messed up. Her big lips, of course, she talks a lot. Oh my God, what?
Wow.
What? I wasn't pagan at the time, didn't know what it was. Kind of creative way of giving him a sense of control. Yeah. Give him a sense of agency, especially as a child. Agency as a child is so important. Oh my God. That is something that I was robbed of a lot. So I thought it was like a wand in a children's book more than a wand in witchcraft, if that makes sense. It does. My mother is more akin to most humans. Wait, what? Family is infallible. Forgive all the things. But she appreciated my voice. I hope my very blunt call-outs have changed their words around my niece. Yeah. 12-year-old. Oh no.
Wow.
Scuzz. Yeah. Devastating. Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay. It is 9:29. We talked a little bit about holidays. We mostly talked about heirlooms and the upbringing of the next generation. Thank you so much for joining me today. And so a big thank you to Jinne Noble for coming out of her cave and getting used to being on camera and being wonderful company.
Aw, you're so sweet.
always all over the place. Yes, absolutely.
I was thinking that too. We jump conversations, but we all keep them in sort of order.
They make sense. They make sense. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I will catch. At 2:00 today, I am doing a business plan workshop. I'm gonna try and get Savvy Leisner involved in Savvy Writes Books, involved in the business plan thing, because I think she tried to do the small business plan workshop, but only had an hour, and it takes longer than an hour for sure. So I would like to give her a space where she can actually like do that, and we can kind of like both do the things. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.